Grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. 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 Real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am extremely excited and feeling really good. And the reason being is because tomorrow is the kickoff for the Worthy of Abundance live event. Myself and 7 other women are going to participate in a powerful mastermind retreat. And those of you that saw me advertising that earlier in the year, we hung in there and we are still going live. And when I was just reflecting and thinking about it, I said, this is the perfect podcast episode. You know, I have on many occasions talked about not allowing other people to make their reality your reality. So the way that I work, I think, I move, I've encountered people who try to say, oh, you don't have to do that much, slow down, August, so on and so forth. But I have to say on a regular basis, sometimes those people, they have limited desires, they have a limited vision, and even if they do have a powerful vision, they still don't have mine. And so at the beginning of the year, I remember being so excited because I had worked on it throughout the last quarter of 2019, basically saying, it's time for me to do something live. I've been online now for years. And other than doing a couple of networking events in Atlanta, I'm like, no, I need to have a live event. And I actually, for those of you that don't know, attempted to do this the year before. But during the planning phase, I was like, nah, something's not right. The timing's not right. Don't do it. But when I came back at the end of 2019, I was on fire. I was like, I know that this is something that I'm supposed to do. And as soon as I put it out there, you know that excitement, you're doing a live video, you do the kickoff announcement. I'll never forget, Dana was the first one. As I was speaking, she went and purchased her ticket. And to make a long story short, after that, I just started having people sign up. And I was really excited. And I was like, okay, some people I had to reach out to, and they're like, oh my God, girl, I didn't see the post. Let me get the link. Let me go ahead and sign up. And then before you knew it, COVID. And it was like, what is this? What's going on? Travel's restricted, so on and so forth. And I remember being like, oh my God, I'm going to have to cancel my event. I had already made a reservation at the airport Marriott. I had this vision for 20 women. I had mapped out everything, did all the calculations, and I just knew that this event was going to be a hit. And when COVID hit, I was nervous. And I actually have two other ladies that are speaking in my event. And I was like, we need to talk. And I was like, tell me your honest opinion. Because even though I was out there talking all my smack, which I did believe it, that the whole thing was BS the way that they handled it, I did want to make sure that I made a decision that was not just based on my beliefs and was thinking about the attendees as well as the other participants. And when we got on a Zoom call, they were like, you know what? Don't let it go. Keep going. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, this is a non-refundable investment, which means that I'm going to have to pivot. Like, what does that look like? And many companies said, oh, the event will be moved into a different day. It'll be postponed. We are transitioning, from offline to online. And I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, man, how do I pivot this worst case scenario? Because to just say that we're going from offline to online, that wasn't going to work because the women were making a hefty investment. They weren't just spending, $200-$300. And I'm like, oh God, what do I do? But when I talked to those ladies and I also sat in myself and I got peace, I said, I'm going to keep on going. And what surprised me is that none of the people came back and said, I want my money back. Or I know this is supposed to be non-refundable, but everybody held in there and kept on making their payments. And I'm like, you know what? I got a tribe of people that's got this kind of vibe, this kind of faith that aligns with mine. And so it was, still a little, scary, so to speak, coming along this way. But I'm glad that I didn't stop. So while I didn't get a ton of new people to sign up, I was still able to keep my event going. And so what I did is I transitioned it. And I was like, okay, well, I got a solid 7 women. I could keep pushing to have more people, or I could just change this whole thing up because I'm thinking about my whole vibe and not wanting to be in a place where, every 5 minutes you have to wear a mask and they're telling you can sit down and eat together, but you got to sit on one side of the room. I was like, we're going to Airbnb this joint. And so I got to looking at different Airbnbs and I was like, oh man, I like this one. This is pretty dope. So I found the spot and began to look at changing the itinerary. And I'm like, whoa, for the time it would have taken to navigate this topic with 20 women, I can go deeper because with only 7 women and fewer questions, more intimacy, we getting ready to turn this thing out. And so it just turned into this beautiful thing, and I'm so excited about it. And so now, some of the things we were going to do with karaoke and stuff like that, it's still going to be fun, but it'll be different because it's in the house. It's girls, it's going to be one of the best, most elite masterminds ever. But when I talk about sleepover and having fun, that's exactly what it's going to be. And so I'm just sharing that with you guys because I want you to understand. Sometimes a lot of people, they have the vision and they've made it plain, but as soon as an obstacle hits, they pivot. Now, I believe in pivoting when necessary, but some of you, there were some things you wanted to accomplish, but that didn't mean that you were supposed to squash the whole thing. You were supposed to make alternative accommodations. And so there were some people that, didn't think it was a good idea, to host any events, period. I'm not saying anybody came and said anything to me, but I just looked at the climate and the kind of comments and the stuff that was transpiring online. But I am so excited. And some of these ladies, I finally had a chance to meet them, but quite a few of them I haven't. And I've got people coming from Philadelphia, Ohio, Dallas, deeper in Warner Robins and Atlanta. And we are going to have an amazing time. So I just want you to remember that when you sit in that seat and you get that vision and you're enlightened, don't let it go. Don't let it go. Do not let somebody else make their reality your reality, because you may miss out on an amazing opportunity. And so not only am I excited that this is happening, but this actually may end up being an elite event where it's always only going to be for the few select women, and I will move things accordingly. possibly can I expand on it and do a mansion and have a bigger place because more women are invited and so on and so forth? Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I'll just have one event that will be specifically for a larger group, maybe not really, really large because we still don't know how things are going to turn out with COVID, but then still keep this private, intimate one going because what's about to go down, I'm going to be honest with you, I can't see these ladies wanting to do just a one go. They're going to be like, whoa, we can't just do this one time. We got to keep this going. So the first annual Worthy of Abundance event is here, and it's because we held on to our faith and we kept on pushing. So whatever you're believing for, I just want to tell you to keep on pushing too. You have a great day, and for right now, don't forget your girl is a part of one of the largest virtual summits about hosting virtual summits. Chime in and get your ticket. Your attendance is free. But there are so many opt-ins and there are so many bonuses. It really is a no-brainer to actually get your ticket. You already know that if I'm on it, it's something where I'm spilling all of the beans on and giving a ton of value. And I really aligned with the gentleman, his vision for how he set this thing up. So whatever respected site you're on, we're listening to this, LinkedIn, my site, iHeart, Spotify, wherever you are, Apple, iTunes, click the link and get your ticket, and I'll see you there as well. In the meantime, in between time, I'll be back with you all next week. Deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch.podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces!
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in